Good morning, students. So today we discuss about new chapter, that is vectors. Okay. So already we studied vectors in theory classes. Today we discuss about main points. So here first we discuss about what do you mean by vector. Okay. So we know that already vector is a direction as well as magnitude is called what? Vector. Okay. So here what is the representation of vector is that is it is vector definition only. Vector means what? It is a direction as well as magnitude is called what? Vector. And always it is denoted by in the form of like this, vector A or vector AB, right? Okay, see here is there. And magnitude means specially we discuss about magnitude like this, right? So and another means is the scalar definition. Scalar it is only have magnitude, there is no direction. Then it is called what? Scalar, right? This is the definition of vectors. Next we go for types of vectors. Here types of vector, first one is zero or null vector. First one, what is there? Zero or null vector. A vector whose magnitude is zero is called zero or null vector, and it is denoted by zero vector. Okay. Zero vector or null vector means what? A vector whose magnitude is zero is called zero or null vector, and it is denoted by zero vector. For example, if diagram here, if the point is moving like that, and afterwards the end point is also same from the starting point, then it is called what? Zero vectors. Okay. Next we go for second one, unit vector. Second one, unit vector. A vector whose modulus is unity is called what? Unit vector. And the unit vector in the direction of vector is denoted by a cap. Read as a cap. Thus magnitude of a cap is equal to always 1. So this is called what? Unit vector. And unit vector formula, what is there? Always you have to remember, very important, this one. A cap is equal to vector A divided by magnitude of vector. This is the unit vector formula. And unit vector means always it is value is unity is 1. You have to remember that one. So this is very important, unit vector, because the unit vector related formula they will ask some questions, right? Next, third one, like and unlike vectors. Like and unlike vectors. Vectors are said to be like when they have the same sense of directions, and unlike when they have the opposite directions. Okay, it is not in the syllabus, right? Because it is in old syllabus, but I will explain. Okay, vectors are said to be they have the same sense of direction. So if, for example, if same direction is there, you can call that one like vectors. If it is opposite direction is there, you call that one unlike vectors. Okay, very simple concept. Next we go for fourth one, collinear or parallel vectors. Again this is very important. Collinear or parallel vectors. Vectors having the same or parallel supports are called collinear or parallel vectors. Vectors having the same or parallel support are called collinear or parallel vectors. See here, if like this these two are parallel, direction maybe this like or this like, okay, or it may be the magnitude is different, whatever it may be, but the vector should be parallel, then it is called what? Collinear or parallel vector. Okay, next fifth one, co-initial vector. Vector having the same initial point are called what? Co-initial vector. Okay, one example, here one point is there, here one line is like this, another one is like this, and another one is like this. Okay, direction here, direction here, direction here. Here you have to observe this point is here one point, here one point. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲಿಂದ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಈ ರೀತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕೋಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ? ಕೋಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, next we go for sixth one, coplanar vector. A system of vector is said to be coplanar if their supports are parallel to the same plane, coplanar. Okay, again this is same as it is collinear, but here direction and as well as magnitude both are same. Okay, next, the vectors having the same initial point are always coplanar, but such three or more vectors or may not be coplanar. Okay, see here, coplanar, the two vectors having the same initial point are always coplanar. Andre only two initial point irbeku. Okay, only two initial point idre we call that one coplanar, but more than two idre, more than three, more than two idre, it is not a coplanar. That is the main point here, right? So seventh one data total, it is not in syllabus. Next eighth one, negative of a vectors. Negative of a vectors, a vector which has the same magnitude as well as a vector but opposite direction is called negative of a vector, and it is denoted by minus a. Okay, what is the given here? A vector which has same magnitude. For example, one line is there, here is both are same magnitude but direction is in opposite, then that time we call that one negative of a vector. Okay, right? Next here we go for equality of a vector. Equality of a vector means here two vectors, vector and vector are said to be equal if their magnitude are same and they are parallel to each other. Okay, direction same agirbeku, so direction is also same, magnitude is also same, and parallel lines, then it is called what? Equality of a two vectors. So these are all what types of a vector. So okay, what is the types of vector here? One is zero or null vector, another one is unit vector, another next one is collinear or parallel vector, next co-initial vector, next coplanar vector, next negative of a vector, and last one is equality of a vector. These are all very important. Next we go for addition of a vector, how to add. So here addition of vector means in diagram you have to see the direction. You have to see the direction. Here A, B, C is there. If AB is the one direction and BC is another one direction, automatically is equal to AC. So means here AB vector plus BC vector is equal to what? AC vector. Right? So this is the addition of vector. In that, this is also called what? Triangular law of addition. It is also called what? Triangular law of addition. Okay, this is one in addition of vector. First one in direction, you have to observe direction is very important here. So here what is there? AB is one direction and BC is another one direction. If we add these two, we get AC is another one direction. So this is called what? Triangular law of addition. Okay. Next we go for parallelogram law of addition. Okay, here in triangular law is the parallelogram. So here also one take parallelogram, right? So in that take direction, one direction, here this one. So this is also same. This is like this. Okay. O, A, C, B. Right? So now you can observe this one. Here also apply addition of vector. How can I add parallelogram? Means here you can split two triangles. Right? O, A, C. One triangle O, B, C. Here you can observe this one. One direction like this one is like, and this one is like this. So now it is the addition of vector. That is OA vector plus AC vector is equal to what? OC vector. Similarly here OB vector plus BC vector is equal to what? OC vector. So applying which one here? Law, triangular law of addition in parallelogram. So this is called what? Parallelogram of addition. Right? Next, addition in component forming it will come. Okay, when they given in terms of I, J, K, that is if they given vector A equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K and vector B equal to B1I plus B2J plus B3K, then their sum is defined as how to add when they given this type of vector. This is called what? Vector component also. So vector component is also here. How to add means you have to add first I term one side. You have to add I term first, and next you have to add J term next. Next you have to add K term. Okay. So if we add these two, we get A1 plus B1. Here if we add these two, A2 plus B2. Next if we add that one, A3 plus B3 of K. So means when it will come vector component, you have to add I term plus J term and K term. So similarly addition is also same, subtraction is also same, right? When it will come, when it comes subtraction I will explain. Next we go for binary operation. It is not in there. Commutative, associative. Okay, ಎಲ್ಲ theory ಎಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Next we go for subtraction. How to subtract the two vectors? Here also same is there. First you have to take vector A equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K, B1I plus B2J plus B3K. If you take vector A minus vector B, you have to minus I term, J term, K term. Okay. If you subtract these two, we get A1 minus B1I plus A2 minus B2J plus A3 minus B3K. This is the subtraction of a vector. Okay. Next we go for some properties here. Only that is subtraction of vectors. So here you can observe that one A minus B is not always equal to B minus A. This is also important, because the answer will be different. Similarly here also same, A minus B of minus C not equal to A minus of B minus C. Okay, one first property. So next second one, since any one side of a triangle is less than the sum and greater than the difference of other two sides, so for any two vectors, vector A and vector B is. Okay, so you ನಾಲ್ಕು conditions use ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ vector A plus vector B less than equal to vector A plus vector B. Second one, magnitude of vector A plus vector B greater than equal to magnitude of vector A minus magnitude of vector B. Next third was C, magnitude of vector A minus vector B less than equal to magnitude of vector A plus magnitude of vector B. And D, magnitude of vector A minus B greater than equal to magnitude of vector A minus magnitude of vector B. Okay, right? This is what properties of vector subtraction. Next we go for multiplication of a vector by scalar. Right? Here it will come multiplication of a vector by a scalar. So very simple, multiplication of a vector by scalar means if vector is there, you have to multiply one's magnitude, that is scalar term. For example, if vector A is equal to 3i plus 4j plus 5k, then if scalar, if they given something value that is 2, then how can you multiply these two? That is m into vector A, that is 2 into vector A value is 3i plus 4j plus 5k. If you add these two, actually we get 2 into 3 is 6i plus 8j plus 10k. Okay, this is the method of multiplication of a scalar. Multiplication of vector by a scalar. Okay, that result is there here. You have to go through afterwards. Next, it is not important. Okay, next we go for collinear and non-collinear vectors. Okay, next we go for collinear and non-collinear vectors. Let vector and vector be two collinear vectors, and let vector x be a unit vector in the direction of vector A. Then the unit vector in the direction of B is x or minus x, according as A and B are like or unlike parallel vectors. Now, so vector A equal to magnitude of vector A by vector B, magnitude of vector B into x. This implies you can take that one, vector A equal to lambda of vector B. So thus if A and B are collinear vector, then lambda equal to, here one lengthy process is there. So one concept I will explain here. When they given collinear vector means, you can find out collinear vector means if they given vector A and vector B value. For example, if vector A equal to a1i plus b1j plus c1k is given, and vector B equal to a2i plus b2j plus c2k is given. Okay, if vector A and vector B value is given, if you find out it is it collinear or not, you have to use one condition, that is how can you use, that is a2 divided by a1 is equal to b2 divided by b1 is equal to c2 divided by c1 is equal to what? Lambda. If you find out these two divisible, if three answer is all equal, then it is called what? Collinear. Okay, you have to remember this one, very important concept. Collinear means, once again I will repeat. So collinear means if they given vector A and vector B, a definitions ಇದೆ, definitions ಅಲ್ಲಂತೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ A and vector B are two vectors, if vector A equal to a1i plus b1j plus c1k and vector B equal to a2i plus b2j plus c2k, then if this condition is satisfied, then it is called what? Collinear. Okay, right? Here is there another condition. Okay, here one same method, a1 by b1 equal to a2 by b2 equal to a3 by b3. Okay, next, test of collinearity of 3 points. 3 points with position vectors, vector A, vector B, vector C are collinear. Okay, two points ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ A and ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ B ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ you have to use that condition, b2 by a1 by equal to that condition you have to use. But when they given 3 points, we use the determinant form here, a1 a21 b1 b21 c1 c21 equal to, if you get the answer 0, then it is called what? collinear. When it is applicable when they given three vectors. Okay, if they given three vectors, you can use the in the determinant form. Then it is called what? Collinear. Okay. So next collinear. The next coplanarity ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Coplanarity. Right? So we already discussed in theory coplanarity, but it is not in your syllabus. Deleted is there because of COVID. So that's why I go for next one. Scalar and dot product, very important. Okay, scalar and dot product. First one. So what do you mean by scalar and dot product? It is the if vector A and vector B two non-zero vectors, and it is in the form of vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A magnitude of vector B into cos theta. So this form is called what? Scalar product or dot product. This is the definition of scalar or dot product. So what is the given here? If vector A and vector B are non-zero vectors and theta be the angle between them, then their scalar product or dot product is denoted by vector A dot vector B and is defined as the scalar magnitude vector A magnitude vector B cos theta, where magnitude vector and vector B are moduli magnitude of vector and vector B respectively, and product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Okay, so this is the definition of scalar or dot product. That is vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A magnitude of vector B is equal to what? Cos theta. This is one method. If you take cos theta is equal to, if you take this side, it will become vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A magnitude of vector B. Okay, right? This is the formula for angle between two vectors. Okay. Next, this is properties. See here some scalar and dot product, very important properties is there. The scalar product of two vector is commutative. When they commuted is here applicable. Vector A dot vector B equal to vector B dot vector A. Okay, you can apply these conditions in a commutative property. Right. Similarly, you can use left distributive properties also. Another one there you can use that one. Vector A dot of vector B plus vector C is there. You can use that one. Vector A dot of vector B plus vector A dot of vector C. These are all properties you have to remember. Okay. And next, very important is the third point. See here, vector A and vector B are two non-zero vectors. Vector A and vector B are two non-zero vectors. Here, if vector A dot vector B equal to 0, when it is applicable? When vector A is perpendicular to vector. It is applicable only in dot product. Okay. So here vector A is perpendicular to vector B means you have to remember the condition vector A dot vector B equal to 0. Okay. Vector A dot vector B equal to 0 when it is possible when vector A is perpendicular to vector B. Very important. Okay. So next, similarly in dot product always you have to remember I into j, j into I, j into k, k into j is always is 0. So means when you get different value, we get what? 0. But when you get same I dot I, j dot j, k dot k is always 1. Okay. See, second one is there. When a different is there, you can take 0. But when same is the I dot I, j dot j, k dot k, you can take that one 1. So this is also important. Okay. So next point, these are all, you have to remember these are formula is there here. What is there here? A plus b whole square is equal to what? A square plus b square plus 2 into a vector a dot vector b. Here also a minus b. Okay. These are all formulas you have to remember. Right. So next we go for another one method is there here. This is what scalar. Once again I will repeat. Dot product means what? See here. Scalar and dot product. So dot product means vector and vector b are two non-zero vectors and theta be the angle between them. Then it is defined by vector a dot vector b equal to magnitude of vector a, magnitude of vector b cos theta, or cos theta is equal to what? Vector a dot vector b divided by magnitude of vector a, magnitude of vector b, or theta is equal to cos inverse of vector a dot vector b divided by magnitude vector a, magnitude vector b. Okay, one. Next property is here. Commutative property and left distributive property is applicable. Left and right distributive property. Next, another one is very important. When vector a is perpendicular to vector b, the condition vector a dot vector b is 0, and different value I dot j, j dot I is there equal to 0 bರುತ್ತೆ. But when it will come same value I dot I, j dot j, then it is called equal to 1. Okay. So similarly next we go for another one is there, vector or cross product. Vector or cross product. Vector or cross product means, so here vector a cross vector b is equal to magnitude of vector a, magnitude of vector b sin theta into n cap. This is what definition of cross product or vector product. So that is vector and vector b two non-zero vectors. Then vector a cross vector b is equal to what? Magnitude vector a, magnitude vector b sin theta into n cap. Here n cap means unit vector. Okay, this is called what? Vector or cross product. And next, properties of vector product. See here in a scalar product the commutative is applicable. In a vector product commutative is not applicable. Vector a cross vector b is always not equal to vector b cross vector a, because it will become in negative value. So that's why it is not equal. Okay. So but in scalar commutative is applicable. Right. So similarly here distributive, right distributive, left distributive is applicable. Here both side it is applicable. Okay, vector a cross vector b plus c is equal to what? Vector a cross b plus vector a cross c. Similarly here right distributive is also same. Okay, so next another one very important concept is what is there here. When vector a cross vector b equal to 0, when it is applicable means vector a is parallel to vector b or collinear. Okay, so when it is possible means vector a cross vector b equal to 0 when vector a is parallel to vector b or collinear. Iveರಡು conditions ಇದ್ದಾಗ vector a cross vector b is equal to ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay. Next we go for here. So this is a scalar product reverse ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ opposite ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. So here same value I cross I, j cross j, ಆಮೇಲೆ k cross k always 0. Okay, we have to remember this condition because it will be used in problems, right? So similarly next, if different is there, in different means serial number. If I cross j after k, okay, next j cross k after I will come, next k cross I equal to j. ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಥರ ಇದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ಜೆ ಕೆ, ಐ ಜೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜೆ ಕೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಐ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆ ಐ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಜೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಜೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಐ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಮೈನಸ್. ಜೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಐ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಮೈನಸ್ ಕೆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಜೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು minus I cross k equal to minus j. Okay, right? This is the finding the value of the cross product. Next, so another one is that how can you find out vector A cross vector B? Okay, how can you find out vector A cross vector B? How can you find out? Means you can use the formula. If for example, if they given vector A equal to what, I plus j plus k, and vector B is equal to what, 3i plus 2j plus 4k is given. How can you find out these two? Means you have to use always here determinant. When crosses will come, you can use determinant. Here first always you have to write I j k. Okay, afterwards first what is there, vector is there, that you have to take I j k coefficient 1 1 1, next 3 2 4. Okay, now it is in the form of determinant form. Last class discussion ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಯಾವ ತರ expand ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we get the solution. Okay, this is the method of finding the vector A cross vector B. Another one very important formula, that is angle between two vectors. What is the angle between two vectors formula? Sin theta is equal to magnitude of vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. Okay, right? So last here some important formula is there. You have to remember these all things, because these are all very important formulas or time saving result. What it means? The area of parallelogram with adjacent sides A and B is what? Magnitude of vector A cross vector B. The area of a parallelogram with adjacent sides vector and vector B is magnitude of vector A cross magnitude of vector B. Do parallelogram formula. Area of parallelogram with diagonals bandre of magnitude of d1 cross d2. Okay, right? Next, the area of a triangle formula. Area of a triangle formula is 1 by 2 of magnitude of vector A cross vector B. Right? So now next one, area of a triangle ABC is always you have to use any one. 3 ಇದೆ, any one. You can use any one. Half of vector AB cross vector AC. So last one, vector A, vector B, vector C, quotient vector, then its area is equal to 1 by 2 magnitude of vector A cross vector B plus vector B cross vector C plus vector C cross vector A. Okay, so tomorrow we discuss about these vectors questions. Okay, we will continue tomorrow.